they should tailor their resume, but they just don't know how. So today, I'll walk you through a real-life example to show you the principles of tailoring, which you can then apply to your resume. I'll be taking this marketing manager resume and tailoring it to this job ad for the role of Senior CRM Marketing Manager. Both very real, with some minor details changed to keep things anonymous. Your first and most important job is to identify keywords in the job ad. These keywords will be the basis for all tailoring. Step 1. Identify the job ad's key keywords. Now, keywords are basically words that are important to the role and that are repeated in the job ad. Keywords can be anything from hard skills, like specific tools, or soft skills, verbs, or any other random words. What I'd also count as keywords are the name of the position and the years of experience. Now let's have a look at how to identify the keywords in our job ad in practice. A good rule of thumb is to start highlighting the keywords based on 4 categories: job title and years of experience, tasks and responsibilities, hard skills, and soft skills. These keyword categories work for any job ad, regardless of the industry. So first up, it's the job title, which is Senior CRM Marketing Manager, and the years of experience, which are 5 to 7 years. Sometimes it'll be a college degree like an MBA or a specific certification. Then there are the core responsibilities and tasks. The keyword category usually requires the most thinking, as the keywords can be really diverse. They can be anything from verbs like reporting or managing to nouns or industry-specific phrases, which can be pretty long. As you can see in this job ad, a lot of these core tasks include the words marketing and CRM in some form. There's manage CRM campaigns end-to-end, email marketing, managing CRM programs, etc. Then there are variations of the keyword personalized customer journeys and the customer lifecycle, as well as a few mentions of the word engagement. It's important to find patterns like this in the job ad because it makes tailoring a lot easier. Then there are hard skills and tools. What often pops up here are hard skills like analysis, quantitative skills, or specific tools, in this case CRM systems, that are iterable, which is required based on the job ad, but also other CRM tools get mentioned, like Braze, Mopup, and so on. But these can be any other technical skills which you've learned or acquired through experience, like data analysis, copywriting, and relevant tools or programs. Logically, next up are soft skills, so the personal attributes or strengths you have as a person. In our example, cross-functional collaboration, so collaboration with other teams within the company, pops up twice, pretty early on, which means that it's likely a very important keyword. Finally, you should read through what's already highlighted and make a list of the top 5 keywords or themes that either repeat more than others or you feel are the most important in the context. In our example job ad, I'd say that these are CRM campaigns management, personalized customer journeys, cross-functional collaboration, analytical and quantitative skills, and engagement. Okay, here's a resume belonging to Sam Young, who presents himself as a marketing manager, and I'll tailor it for the role of our job ad, which is a Senior CRM Marketing Manager. If you skim read through the resume, you'll find that Sam already has most of the experience and skills that the job ad highlighted. I'd say he's maybe 70% there, so let's make it 100, or at least 95. So I'll go through each section of the resume and show you how to tailor it, starting with the resume summary. Currently, Ram's resume summary, well, let's just say it's not doing much for Sam, so let's try rewriting it. I start with the job title and years of experience, which match what the job ad wants, and then I continue writing our resume summary and adding different keywords from the job ad. Most of the keywords I added in the summary are already in Sam's resume. Maybe not word for word, but they're there, so he's not making anything up. But there are still a couple of key ones missing, like iterable, which is marked as required, and lifecycle marketing, which shows up more than once in the job ad. These seem important, but Sam doesn't mention them anywhere. That could mean one of two things. Either he does have experience and just didn't include it, which is easy to fix, or he doesn't, which feels like a problem, but there's a way around that too. Here's what I'm going to do. What I've done here is mention that Sam is already working on learning about lifecycle marketing, and he's currently working on getting an iterable certification. Basically, if there's something you haven't done fully, in Sam's case, that's lifecycle marketing and iterable platform, show you're already learning it, or growing in that direction. And that's the resume summary all done. A good rule of thumb here is to lead with what you already have. Make the skills and experience that are an exact match undeniable upfront. And for those skills that you don't have, show you're already learning it, or growing in that direction. That's a good rule of thumb for other sections on the resume you should tailor. With that said, let's move on to the most important section, which is the work experience. First things first, you want to reorder your bullets in each role to make sure the most relevant ones are right at the top. That means anything that matches keywords from the job ad or is a match contextually goes to the top. So I'll do that now. You can see that in the first role for the RS Express, I moved the bullet mentioning CRM right to the top, as well as Google Analytics and content marketing initiatives. Then, if necessary, delete bullets that have nothing to do with the job in question. Okay, now all that's left to do is the most tricky part, rewriting your bullets so they include keywords from the job ad. But that doesn't mean just sprinkling in those keywords at random. Each bullet should still tell a clear story, not just what you did, but how it made an impact. To do that, rephrase it to include a clear outcome, and if possible, also add a quantifiable achievement, which is basically just a fancy way of saying, add a number to show it actually worked. Here's how I did that. To show you how this works in practice, I'll focus on just the first role, the one at RS Express. I won't walk you through every job experience, but this one highlights the main principles. The rewritten bullets now include keywords from the job ad. Some also include measurable achievements, and all have clear outcomes. Alright, that's the hardest part done. Finally, I'll show you how you can tailor the skills section. Now, the skills section is actually one of the easiest places to tailor because it gives you a chance to repeat the most important keywords from the job ad in a super scannable way. And yet, most people either leave it empty or fill it with vague tools like MS Office. Just like Sam did here. See how he only included 5 skills if we put the languages aside? That's a huge underestimation of his experience and capabilities. So here's how I fixed it and how you can tailor your skills section too. What I've done is I've kept all the relevant skills from the original section, like click dimensions, InDesign, and Photoshop. Then I added the skills and tools that Sam already mentioned elsewhere in his original resume, but forgot to list here, like Sylogent, CRM Dynamics, Google Analytics, Project Management, etc. And I also included new skills that came up during tailoring, ones that match the job ad and that we've now proven through his experience bullets and summary. Things like end-to-end CRM campaign management, blast campaigns, or data-driven marketing. I also added Iterable, a platform mentioned in the job ad that Sam is actively learning. It's always okay to include something you're developing as long as you're honest about where you stand. And finally, I organized everything into categories that make sense: hard skills, marketing and CRM expertise, soft skills, and languages. And that's how you tailor a resume. I showed you how I tailored a real resume to a real job ad section by section. The summary now reflects the role and the key focus areas. The experience section now highlights relevant skills, measurable outcomes, and impact. And the skills section pulls everything together in a clear, keyword-rich format. Tailoring isn't about faking anything. It's more about reading the job ad properly, figuring out what they care about, and then presenting your experience through that lens. And if you're still stuck, Kickresume has a resume tailor feature that might help. It takes your resume, takes the job ad, and generates a tailored version. It's not perfect, and it won't do the thinking for you, but it's a solid push if you're not sure where to start. Good luck with tailoring, and I'll see you on the next video.